Hi friends, welcome to this session of free classes on the YouTube channel of the Unacademy. Just a second, I just want to. Hi friends, welcome to this session of free classes. Okay. So let's begin this session. I would just like to introduce myself, just for your reference, for those who are new to this channel and those who have not seen my videos earlier. My name is Navpreet Kaur. I'm an IELTS trainer at an IELTS institute in Amritsar, and I have been teaching IELTS for the last 3 years. Prior to that, I was working in various corporate sectors on the different profiles, and I have a total experience of more than 20 years. But recently, I joined Unacademy and I love teaching IELTS. That's why I joined Unacademy, so that I can teach all those people who do not have sufficient time to go to the coaching centers or join any those centers where they have to spend more time and they have to take more time out of their daily busy life. That is why they can enjoy uh, these classes and they can learn sitting in the comfort of their home. I joined Unacademy recently and this is my first month. My referral code in Unacademy is NCOR. It is highlighted here. It's NCOR, and you can use this code for if you want to subscribe to my various courses. You can use this code and subscribe to the courses which are there available on the Unacademy platform courses, and at the same time you can subscribe to the various other you can like have an access to the other educators also. You'll not only get a discount of 10% on the course fee, but you will also have an access to the courses of the various other educators. I've explained the subscription fee in my last slide. I would just like to highlight that the monthly, if you want to take a monthly package, you can you can take this package of 2799 per month. This is the package which you can take, and this would be definitely this is definitely a cheaper rate in comparison to the other centers. And for those who have some time for going to the they have some time to just uh, taking the IELTS test, they can go for the packages for 6 months also, 3 months, 12 months, sorry. And if you take a package of 12 months, that is for 1 year, your discount is already 60%. And for that, when you are getting 60%, your net rate, the cost would be 1125. But if you use my code NCOR, if you use this code, you would definitely get a discount of 10%. You would get a discount of 10% on this, and at the same time you will have an access at the various other educators. So ideally the cost per month would be approximately 1000 per month, and this would be a win-win situation for both of us, because you will be able to save 10%, and that would be the money which you can save and you can use it. Hi Pachu, how are you? Okay, and you can use this this money could be money saved for you. And at the same time, for the people who want to go for 2 years course, they also have a very nominal And as if you compare it with the fee structure of the various other courses available online, then also it's very cheaper, very nominal, and at the same time you would have an access to the top educators on this platform. And if we discuss these courses, these rates with the coaching centers available in the market, then it's almost one third the rate which is available there. Because suppose you are taking a package of say 12 months, the course fee here is 13,500 minus the 10% discount. That is, you would also get a 1350 discount if you use my referral code. So the ideally the per month cost would not be more than 1000 rupees. And if you compare it with the other education centers in the market, they charge this much amount just for 1 month. 10 to 13,000, 15,000, 20,000 is charged just for 1 month. And they just, it's the same thing what they teach here. Because since I am an IELTS trainer, I know that I am using the same material to teach here and the same at the IELTS center also. In fact, here it is more structured because there are certain formats which we have to follow, and there are certain rules and regulations which we have to follow. So the same teachers are teaching here also and in the education other centers also. I don't say that those centers are bad, but this is more convenient and more cheaper. You can just have an access at the various courses, and at the same time you can learn IELTS sitting in the comfort of your home with the flexibility of time. You will have genres, many featuring artists from around the Witchwood area, featuring artists from around the Witchwood area. This is another keyword which we can keep sure of. And comedy, along a selection of outdoor cafes serving amazing world foods. Then Love Food Festival, bringing together a selection of the finest produce. The festival aims to educate visitors about how food should be produced. Educate visitors about how food should be produced and where it should come from, simply through sampling a range of tasty treats cooked on the site. The Three Wishes Fairy Festival, the UK's most magical event. This is a 3-day festival and festival of folk art, live music and fashion shows setting in the beautiful wild surroundings of Bodmin Moor. If you don't fancy taking a tent, take some local residents Some local residents usually offer to put up visitors up. Now this is keyword visitors, taking up a tent. 3-day festival of this beautiful surroundings. Okay. Then Bart International Dance Festival, featuring demonstrations from the world champion dancers and stars from the TV series Strictly Come Dancing. The festival promises a toe-tapping action, including a world record attempt where everyone is invited to join. So world record attempt is one of the keywords which we have to see. Now we come to the questions. The questions are what the questions say. Look at the 7 advertisements for festivals in UK, A to G, which we have already seen on page 16, whatever page it was. For which festival are the following statements true? Now we have to see about these statements, which are the statements which are true. So first statement is visitors can help to make one particular event a success at this festival. We come back to that, where the visitors can help to make one particular event a success. We'll come back to that. Is there anything about the visitors talked here? Anything about it? There is nothing about the visitors talked in all these three or all these ABC. There is nothing about the visitors. And what the question was, we'll again read. The visitors can help to make one particular event a success at this festival. What do you think? Anyone? Pachu, are you just watching? What would be, according to you, what would be the answer here? You find the answer, what would be there? Those of you who are watching this video, can anyone tell which is the answer here? Is there anyone who can tell me the correct answer? What they are talking about is, what is the main thing that they are talking about? Here is that to make a event successful. That means it is including a world record attempt. The answer to this should be G. We should just keep it aside, write in our on the side of the answer on the question paper what the answer would be. So according to us, it should be G. Next comes the question. Visitors can help to make one particular event. Second one is people can listen to the local musicians here. Local musicians. Which festival was talking about the local musicians? This festival renowned for bringing world-class musicians to this historical. 300 bands perform to around 1000 this. Then this. Then the next comes bringing together a selection of finest produce. The festival since it began, combination of different music genre, many featuring artists from around the Wilgewood area. So answer should be D. We'll check the answers later on whether we are correct or not. Answer should be D. So what we are writing here, just write down the answers on your answering sheet. What would be the correct answer here? You can just note down these answers. What would be the correct answer? It will be D. I just mention here also. I just take the pen and write. So the first answer here would be answer to this question. Second one is D, and the first one was G. Okay, then comes the third. At this festival, people can listen to music in lots of different places. They're talking about lots of different places. We already had, yes, in B, it was mentioned here that there are 30 plus venues. They're talking about 30 plus venues. So that means we have different places where we can see, we can enjoy music. So our answer in this would be 3. For the 3, what would be the correct answer? Different places. Which was this? It is B. Third one is B. Hope you all are writing about it. These answers. Okay. Poor connectivity. Please repeat again. C. It might be D. Which one are you talking about, Pachu? Which one? C is for which? I think I didn't get your connectivity. I didn't understand. C for 1. C is for question number 1. For 2. Okay. Okay, according to you, you said C for 2. People can listen to local musicians. How did you find it as C? How did you select C? We are here to just show you that what mistakes you can make. Now you're, as you already said, Pachu, that it is wrong. Yes, it is wrong. I'm not saying it would be wrong. I'll just go to the answers first because we have other questions also. First is G, second is D, third is B. And we are just talking about these because second one you said C for the 2, the countryside. Acha, you took it for the countryside. Okay. No, they are talking about the local musicians, not about the countryside. They are talking about the local musicians, which is there that they are talking about. Where did I go? From around. They are talking about here. The main line in the D is many featuring artists from around Wilchwood area. So that is why, since we are talking about the Wilchwood Music Festival, the area is Wilchwood. So that is why the local area, the people, what they have chosen is here. The people of that particular area. Right? And for B, what answer did you choose for B? B is for which question? For which question? Okay, you got the second one correct. Okay. Now, the first one, did you get the first one correct? Visitors can help to make one particular event a success at this festival. What according to you is the answer, the correct answer here? For the third you are saying B. For the third B. For the third, yes. For the third it is B because it's at the different places they are talking about. It's correct. Now we come to the next question. Question number 4. Question number 4 is it not necessary? It is not necessary to pay for one of the events here. It is not necessary to pay for one of the events here. So which event says that it is not necessary? In the A, they are telling starting with the great night of free music. One word which we are getting free. Anywhere else which we are getting free? Bands will perform around this. But you said G. Okay, I said G, but okay, fine. You can go for that. G is for question number Question number 1. Yes. This is because G is for question number 1, because what they are asking is that visitors can make one particular event a success at this festival. How you think about it? Because they are talking about the visitors. A success means a world record attempt. When a world record attempt is made, that means it is going to be successful, right? They are trying to make it a success by attempting a world record, and this is for all the people. Everyone is invited, that is including the visitors, including the other people. Everyone is invited here. So that is why we wrote G for question number 1. Okay, don't get mixed for these. Okay, next comes, we are talking about the free. One is A. Okay, anywhere else do we see free entry or free something? No, we haven't seen it. So we will make it A. A is the answer for 4. We will just write it, although we'll check it later. Sure to, there is nothing about the stay in B. If we come out for the C one, celebrates a countryside address every year, this, accompanied by live music and great farming offering, nothing of stay. So this is also not the correct. Now we come to the next. Is there anything for staying? Festival offers a combination of music genre, many featuring artists, this, nothing about the stay in D. Then bringing together a selection of finest produce, this festival aims to educate visitors from around to be produced and where it should come from. Again, there is nothing about the stay in E. Then we come to the next one, F, the UK's most magical event. This is a 3-day first festival. If you don't fancy taking a tent, some local residents usually offer to put visitors up. So what does this mean? This would be the answer. What does this mean? They are talking about the tent. Why do you take the tent? Because you can stay there. Then they also say here in the last statement that some local residents usually offer to put visitors up. To put visitors up means they'll offer to make them stay at their home. So either you can take a tent, or there are certain local visitors who help the visitors to stay with them. They offer their houses or their place to put the visitors up there, to help them to stay there. So answer for this should be F. What was this question? 5th. Answer for 5th is F. Just always make sure that you write it and then we'll check it later on. Answer for 5th should be F. Next we come to the 6th question. Children will enjoy this festival. Now we'll come back and see where they are talking about the children. Are they talking about the children in the first one, or about anything which shows that children would be there in this B? Pachu, you said so confusing. How? You didn't understand? Did you understand it or not? Because F, this is the answer. F was this because they are telling you to take a tent. Tent means you will take a tent only if you have to stay somewhere, right? Again, they are telling, the second line is that local residents usually offer to put visitors up. Yes, it's it's a bit confusing, but this is what we have to understand in reading. This is how we use certain languages like synonym kind of a thing, because the question there uses to stay. Here they are not writing clearly about the stay, but they are just hinting at it. And this is how we find the answers. These are the clues from where we find the answers. Sometimes there can be two different types of things, but we have to answer that thing. We have to reach the correct answer. So here they are hinting at that you can either take a tent or the local residents can help you to stay there. So it is about the stay. Since the question says that you can stay there overnight, so no other festival had anything to say about stay. There was no other facility, no facility of staying in any of these music festivals over there. So that is why they are, this is the answer, because they are telling to stay here. In all of the other events there is nothing mentioned about the stay, right? No, Pachu, this does not happen always, because once you start practicing, you can definitely get right answers, because once you practice, you can write the correct answers. Because practicing makes the man perfect. That is why you can practice it, and then you will know how to find the correct answers. You'll not go wrong, right? Okay, fine. What we were discussing about the next question was about the children. Children will enjoy this festival. In these festivals, is there anything mentioned about the children? We said about the A, there is nothing mentioned about the children over there, or about any other, like they are just saying that this is a great night of free music party. This is going on with no exception. That's so and so. Look, then comes B. B is Europe's leading festival for new music. More than 300 bands will perform, meaning you are sure to see the big, nothing about the enjoying or the children. Comes C. In C, it says that insects and more activities accompanied by live music and great farmers. The must-loved TV series offering all sorts of mouth-watering produce. All these things are mentioned. Again, nothing mentioned about the children. Then we come to the D. D, is there anything about the children? Where can you see the anything mentioned about children? D, E, F, G. Where do you find out of these children is mentioned in which of these places? Children word is not mentioned anywhere, but there are certain words mentioned which we have to consider. Which can these words be? UK's most magical event, that is a 3-day festival, so and so. If you don't fancy, okay. If we come to G, world champions and stars from TV series, the festival promised toe tapping action, including a world record attempt where everyone is invited to join. This is the one phrase, everyone is invited to join. This could be the answer. So out of all the previous 3 events and these 4 events, we are able to trace only one thing, that is G, in which we can say that everyone is invited to join in. Now one thing we have to see, that can we repeat those words? Yes, they have written you may use any letter more than once. These instructions, because we have already written G to one of those questions, so we have to see that is there any instructions given that can we repeat that word. Here they have said that you can repeat this word, any word letter again. Okay, so G would be the answer for this. Yes, G would be the answer for this, for the 6th. Okay, now we come to the 7th. Visitors get an advice here. What is the 7th? What type of advice? Visitors get an advice here. If we come back again, from electronics to work, just this great night of free music party in the city this year is going to be no exception. There is nothing mentioned about the advice. If we come to B, is there anything we see about the advice? Meaning you are sure to see the next one, nothing about the advice. If we come to C, countryside as it does everything, with sheep herding, wood carving demonstration, insect hunts, more activities accompanied by live music and great farmers market offering. We don't see any instructions or any guidance given here. Now we come to the next one. D, the festival offers a combination of different many artists from around the world. No. Selection of outdoor cafes. No. Then we come to E, but not talking about children, all talking everyone. Yes, it's talking about everything, everyone, but children are everyone. When we are talking about everyone, that means children would be there. Right? Okay, you are saying about E, where it should come from. Educate. Yes. This answer for this is E for the 7th, because here they are saying that they will educate the visitors about how food should be produced. Right? This is the advice they are giving. This is the thing they are giving. So for the 7th, the answer is E. Right. Now, the next question, 8th. People can watch crafts people at work here. As we were reading these things, we could see somewhere some craft. Here, if we come to see, they are telling wood carving demonstrations. So when this is mentioned, that wood carving demonstrations are there. This is what the answer question is expecting us. Watch the craftspeople work here, and wood carving demonstrations are there. So the answer for 8 should be C. Right? Hope you understood all the questions till now. How many people are there who've joined apart from Pachu? Have you understood this? Any doubts till now? Because then we'll move further. Okay, fine. Let's move further. Now these were the questions from 1 to 8. We have to go to the next session. Next section, that is from 9 to 14. In 9 to 14, the first paragraph is about Big Rock Climbing Center. They are talking about Big Rock Climbing Center is a modern, friendly, professionally run center offering so and so square meters of fantastic. We don't have to read each and every word. We have to just skim and scan what it is talking about. We use trained, experienced instructors to give opportunity to learn, develop climbing since so. Master our 11-meter high climbing walls using a rope harness for an unbeatable sense of achievement, or experience the thrills of climbing without any harness. So they're talking about rock climbing experiences. Who is Big Rock for? Almost anyone can enjoy Big Rock. Previous climbing experience and specialist equipment are not required. This is the keyword, specialist equipment are not required. You can come on your own or with friends and family. Come on as a fun alternative to the gym, or for a special day good with the kids. If you are visiting with friends or family but not climbing, or just fancy coming to look, please feel free to relax in our excellent cafe overlooking the climbing areas, but not climbing. So This could be an alternative. You can come with kids, so and so things are mentioned here. Then next is mobile climbing wall. In this they are telling about available on the day hire basis at any location. This is keyword. Big Mom is perfect way to enhance any show, festival or event. The mobile wall can be used indoors or outdoors. Features 4 unique so and so things. Quick to set up and pack up. The mobile climbing wall is staffed by qualified and experienced climbing instructors, providing opportunities to climb the wall in a controlled, safe environment. When considering what to wear, we found that trousers and t-shirts are ideal. We will, however, ask the people to remove scarves. Most flat shoes are suitable as long as they are enclosed and support the foot. The mobile wall is very adaptable and can be operated in light rain, winds up to this particular measures that we take conditions. Okay, next we come to the third last one. What about hiring mobile climbing walls for my school or college? As climbing is different from the usual team games practiced at schools, we found that some students who don't usually like participating in sports are willing to have a go on the mobile climbing wall. If you are concerned that some children may not want to take part because they feel nervous if they climb, then please be assured that our instruction will support them and they'll be comfortable with. They'll still be benefit greatly from the experience. So we have just gone through it and we know that which paragraph says. Okay, Pachu, you said you need help from me. So you can do one thing, you can subscribe to my courses, because that is the only way I can give you the lessons on each and everything. Then we'll just be able to check your answers, because there we are giving various structured lessons. Here I am just practicing just one section. We are practicing one section here. Maybe in those classes I'll be able to practice other things also. I'll be able to teach you many things. So the only option right now is that you subscribe to my courses. That ways you will be able to learn all these different things for all the modules. So as I've already explained you about the subscription rates, I'll come back to that again, because yes, every day I have a live session. We have a 1 hour of live session every day, and we have the special classes also, which I am taking almost every day. Otherwise, every alternate days I am taking the special classes. I'm taking the classes every day. I'm taking these special classes every day. Right? So I would be always there. I am taking live classes. It is mandatory. Daily I have the live class at 8:30 in the morning till 20th. Maybe after that I'll be scheduling it for little later. If that does, if the 8:30 time in the morning, not in the evening, in the morning, if it suits you, then we can really go for it, because till now I've been taking classes at the 8:30 to 9:30. I have a live class of all the modules. I have finished a course on listening. Right now the course which is ongoing is on writing, and after that I'll be taking up the various other courses on the different things. Like maybe I'll teach reading. I'll take up a course on reading, or maybe there are different topics which we can take. We can take the vocabulary, we can take the phrases which you can use for writing, for speaking. There are plethora of topics which we can discuss, but we can't discuss all these things on these special classes, right? For that, so you have to spend a little money. Not, I don't say much, but you spend, if you have time, you can go for a 1 year course or for a 6 months course, because that would be more helpful to you, and we will definitely help you out in getting higher bands in your IELTS, right? Okay, now we come to the questions. The question is true, false and not given. And what type of questions are true? Questions are those which the statement agrees with the information. That question is true. Where the statement doesn't agree with the information or it contradicts with the information which is given, that is false. And if there is no information, then that answer is not given. So here we have to find out these answers. First, the ninth one is, when climbing at the big rock center, it is compulsory to be attached by a rope. We were reading about the harness here in the first. What it is said, that we use trained and so to fit so and so climbing walls using a rope harness for an unbeatable sense of achievement, or experience the thrills of climbing without any harness in our special low-level arena, which has 4 maps. Now, what they are talking about? Master our 11-meter high climbing walls using a rope harness for an unbeatable sense of achievement, or experience the thrills of climbing without any harness. There are two options, that you can use a rope harness or you can experience the thrills of climbing without the harness. So the question is that when climbing the big rock center, it is compulsory to be attached by a rope. No, it is not. We have two options. So what would be the answer? False. Right? Answer here would be false. Now we come back to question 10. People who just want to watch the climbing can enter the center without paying. We have to see whether there is mentioning of any kind of a fee. In the first para, they didn't mention anything about the fee. You can come on your own or with your family. The first two paragraphs, there is nothing about the fee. There is nothing about the fee. So this should be not given. Yeah, this is not given. Then we come to, people can arrange to have a climbing session in their own garden if they wish. Yes, we were talking about mobile climb, watching these things available on a day hire basis is perfect way to enhance your festival. The mobile wall can be used indoors or outdoors. So what would be the answer here? Achu, did you understand? What would be the answer here? They are asking that people can arrange to have a climbing session in their own garden if they wish. And here it was that yes, they can enhance this. The mobile wall can be used indoors and outdoors. So what would the answer be to this? It would be true. It would be true because they are talking about this. They are talking about that we can arrange the session in our garden itself. And since the mobile wall was easy to take it anywhere we want to, so this is true. Next comes, the mobile climbing wall can only be used in dry, calm weather. Is there anything written about the weather here? What is written about the weather? We have to see this. Wall very adaptable and can be operated in light rain and winds up to 50 kilometers per hour. There are, however, particular measures that we need in such conditions. Now, something is mentioned here about the weather. We'll again come back to the question. While climbing wall can only be used in dry calm. No, It can be used in light rain also. So this is false. It can be used, as they've already said, that it can be operated in light rain and winds. So this answer is false. It is inadvisable for children who are afraid of heights to use the mobile climbing wall. Hello, Marvin, good morning. Good afternoon, in fact. How are you? So we are at the 14th question. They are talking it is inadvisable for children who are afraid of heights to use the mobile climbing wall. It was mentioned here in the last paragraph that if the children feel, if you are concerned that some children may not want to take part because they feel nervous if they climb, then please be assured that our instructors will support them up to a level that they are comfortable with. So they are not discouraging the children, they are encouraging the children, they are telling them that our instructors would help them. This answer is again false. The 14th is again false. Right? So what were these answers? We will just check out these answers. Hope you have all written your answers. First one was G, second was D, third was B, fourth A, fifth F, yes, sixth E, seventh E, eighth C, and ninth false, yes, 10th not given, 11th true, 12th true, 13th false, 14th also false. Any doubts about these questions? How many of you got correct? How many of these answers were correct? Those who are online, can anyone tell me out of these 14 questions how many answers you got correct? Marvin, Samuel, how are you? And hope everyone is there and you got your answers correct. Okay, friends. I hope this was interesting and you learned a lot from these practice sessions. I would just like to again remind you that I am Navpreet Kaur. I am an IELTS trainer at an IELTS Institute in Amritsar and I've been teaching the students for the last 3 years. I recently joined Unacademy to teach online and my reference code is NCOR. At the Unacademy, you can use this code to subscribe to the courses. You can use this reference code of mine and subscribe to my courses on Unacademy, and the subscription fees is this. If you use my reference code, you would get a 10% discount on these fee structures. So if you prefer, depending on your requirement, if you go for a 6-month package, you would get a discount of 180. Suppose if you go for a 6-month package, the total fee you have to pay is 10,900, which ideally should be 16,794, but you have to pay 10,900 for 6 months. But if you use my code, you would again get 10% discount on that. That is 1,090 rupees would also be reduced from this 10,900, and that would be again your money saved. And this is a very cheaper and a very convenient way of learning IELTS. If we compare these rates with the various other packages available in the market and the various other IELTS centers, the fee of the IELTS centers which are there in the market, it is very nominal, and at the same time you will have an access to the classes of other educators also. It's not only that you will have to attend my classes. I am there always. I'll be giving you the classes, but there are other educators also for whom you can go and you can have an access to the various other educators over there. So subscribe to my courses using this reference code, that is NCOR10, which is mentioned here. NCOR10, this is my referral code. Use this code and subscribe to my so that you can get